Slow it down. Heard. You're talking so quick because you're already thinking they're going to close the door on your face. Heard.
Welcome to Real Sales Dynamics, where we break down in-field footage to get you better on the doors. My name is Jose, and today we're breaking down some of my own live footage, which I haven't seen. So hopefully we'll learn something together and you'll find this of value. Let's start.
Okay, so right now we're in OUC territory, and the reason why we're here is obviously because net metering is going to be going away in July. We're going to build out a lease contract first, put in a random template of price per kilowatt hour to get a good idea if it's going to make any economic sense to even sell a lease here. If it turns out that us doing battery backup for customers is going to increase their bill by $120, and the longest power outage they've had was 2 days, they ain't buying. So we just got to figure out the best possible way to do that and kind of how to pivot.
Yes, can I help
Hey,
you
how
out?
you doing, sir? Just want to make sure I'm in the right place. This is a Martinez present. Are you Jose?
Yeah.
I'm Jose as well. So, real important, right? First thing, breaking preoccupation. One thing that I could have done was, obviously he has the same name as me, was maybe get a little bit more in rapport with him, shake his hand, his energy is open, and we go. All right, so essentially what's going on right now, I'm not sure if you heard about the mandates that we have here in Florida for renewable energy.
No, that's okay. We're not interested.
All right, I'm not trying to get you interested. So we're here about a very specific program, but the funding is almost done. We're just allocated trying to figure out which homes. So, as often happens, once you start mentioning renewable energy, solar, people hit you with the not interested, right? That's not really an objection because you haven't gone through your pitch. As you can see here, I just pushed right by it, right? I'm not here to get you interested, and I just kept on pitching. Real quick, how much are you guys paying roughly for your power? Have you guys, you have your door knocked a lot? I don't mean to be rude, I'm just... All right, and that's what can often happen when you don't get into rapport with someone, right?
Slow it down. Heard. You're talking so quick because you're already thinking they're going to close the door on your face. Heard.
All right, before we move on, I want to say something, right? Amateurs have a tough time accepting critique, okay? Now, when you're in the moment and you're working, sometimes it can be hard to get critique, right? But you always want to stay coachable, right? It doesn't matter how good you are. The second that you think that you cannot learn something, that you cannot be open to feedback, you will fail very quickly.
English?
No.
No?
¿Habla español?
Sí.
¿O cómo está? Una pregunta, ¿tú vives en la área?
No.
¿No? ¿A dónde tú vives? ¿Ustedes son propietarios o están rentando?
Mi tío es propietario.
¿El tío es propietario? Ok. ¿Ustedes contribuyen todos a los gastos?
Sí.
¿Saben más o menos cuánto están pagando de luz ahora mismo? Ok. Entendido. Sí, no, estamos en esta área porque acaban de hacer un anuncio en la compañía de luz que va a subir la luz. So, anyone who is living and breathing and appears to be an adult is a prospect, right? Here I'm pitching the Amazon guy. I've pitched postal workers, right? Anyone that you see out knocking could be a potential lead, whether you're on the doors or whether you're just in your regular day. Anyone you see walking who appears to be old enough to own a house is your prospect. All right. ¿Usted no sabe si ellos han mirado energías renovables sola adelante? No sabe si le interesaría saber sobre el programa. Lo que está pasando es esto. Nosotros no estamos vendiendo nada, pero hay un programa ahora mismo que tiene fondos federales que está permitiendo a los hogares cambiar, como tú ves mucho a esta gente.
See if you can book an appointment potentially, even this week.
All right. ¿Tú crees que él le molestaría si yo paso y le llevo la información?
No creo.
No creo.
Tiene que pasar en la tarde, ¿sabes?
All right. Yo tomo la información aquí cuando yo esté en la zona, porque a veces nos mandan a diferentes áreas, eso no le voy a hacer promesa. ¿Cómo se llama él?
Richard.
Richard. All right, Richard. Y la dirección allá. Okay, so here I'm getting information. This may or may not be a lead potentially, but you never know. Okay, ultimately he might say, hey, I met this cool guy, and the guy might be open and listen to what I have to say, or he never answers the phone, right? But you never know.
So if no one's home, always a good idea. There's post office workers, there's Amazon delivery truck guys. Lots of people own houses and people aren't expecting a lot of cases, and a lot of times they're super down to have a conversation because they've also been out in the sun all day. Your job initially is literally just making sure they relatively know why you're there, you have a good idea of what the pain points are, and they're willing to set an appointment.
We're following up on the CEFP program. I'm not sure if you got a notice about a month ago about all of, the power lines here are already underground, but the rest of St. Cloud is. So now I remember this interaction. And if you notice here, I start off talking super fast, okay? But I become aware of it because I'm thinking about it, right? So I try to slow down, I fumble my words. What I did was I started to use body language, right? I started to get big. Unbeknownst to you, they're watching you, right? And as you start to like get nervous, they become hyper focused. So you have to make your frame big so I can get their eyes off of me and make it a more, a better interaction. So OUC announced that the rates are about to skyrocket. Do you know if you guys got that with your bill?
No, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't concern me.
No? All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Where are you at roughly right now?
My bill?
Yeah.
I don't have a bill.
You don't have a bill? You guys have solar already?
Thank you very much.
Okay, so, he came out right away when I talked about the increases, expressing I'm in no pain, right? If there's no pain, there's no change. Our instincts kick in and we want to start pitching, right? However, you have to probe and ask questions. So now I'm trying to ask questions. All right, great. Your bill's not high. What are you paying, right? If people are not expressing pain, do not go on a pitch and start talking about values and benefits and features. They don't care, all right? You have to focus on pain. So you just want to use whatever they give you to kind of give yourself the authority as to that's why you're there. This is a reason for you guys to go deeper and continue with the conversation.
That's just be called hashtag knocking in Orlando.
Hey there, sir. How you doing? Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not wasting your time. Are you the homeowner here? Yeah. How you doing? I'm Jose. This is Carlos and Garrett. We're just following up. I'm not sure if they missed you, if somebody was here in the last couple of days about the CEFP program. Do you know if someone knocked your door already?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'll just give you the short version. Essentially what's happened, as you see, a lot of the power lines here are already underground. Yeah. St. Cloud is... So as you can see here, alas, I slowed it down, right? There's a lot of confidence when you are able to have pauses and breathe between your words, right? So this guy may or may not be interested. His energy is open. He came out, right? Doors closed behind him. He's not still inside of his house. And so I want to lean into that and make sure I'm being clear and concise because he's given me an opportunity to get my words out. So I slowed down when I talked about the program. And then again, I want to open up, start pointing to stuff and try to get him engaged. Did you guys do all the billing online?
No, I just mail it.
But you get paper statements still?
Yeah.
You guys aren't paying over like $450, $500 for your power right now?
No.
No? Where are you at roughly?
About $100 and some dollars.
100 and something? Okay, that sounds good. And in the summer? Now, there's a few ways to go about this, right? One thing that I picked up from Chris Voss is that people feel real safe saying no. So instead I said, you guys aren't paying like $400 or $500, right? I already know they're not paying $400 or $500 because I've been working this neighborhood. So he's like, no, right? You want to be able to make them feel safe so you can get them to open up.
Is this solar?
Well, it's a little bit different. Like we've been do you have friends, family that have gone solar before?
No, I've had a guy out here the other day. I sat out here almost an hour and told him no for an hour.
What I do is a little bit different. I'm not here to push any decision at all. Like I understand no the first time. Yeah. This program, like I said, the funding is almost done. So I'm not even sure if it would make sense for the home. I'm not here to push any decision. I've been allocated here to just get the information to the homeowners. And if it makes sense, great. Now, as I look back at this interaction, one thing I'll say in hindsight is that I probably talked and pitched too much. I could have been a little bit more straight line and direct. Sometimes when people ask you if it's solar, our tendency is to be like, yeah, it's a little different. We've heard it a lot. That being said, it shows a lot of conviction when you can just say, yes, absolutely, right? The thing is, I don't even know if you guys are a good fit. There was no way I would be here an hour unless you absolutely wanted me here for an hour. So you said you do your billing, you still get paper statements? All right. And now, one thing is, it's very important to listen actively, okay? Because otherwise, you're not going to be able to actually have a conversation. If this guy gets the sense that he's talking to me and I'm just blown over what he says, it's not going to be a match. So I said to him, listen, there's no way that I would be here an hour unless you wanted to. Again, this may not be a deal, but our job is to loop it, to listen actively, and get back on the straight line and go get that bill. Did he bother to check if your meter was updated before?
No, I didn't. No, he just...
He talked to you for an hour and didn't even check your meter?
No, I don't.
All right. So again, I'm trying to differentiate myself from whoever he met with. Kind of implying this guy was just wasting your time. I'm not here to waste your time. So, and you said you're retired, so you're on a fixed income,
yeah.
Correct? Yeah. So this program was actually created because of that. A lot of, obviously, eggs are going up, milk is going up, gas is going up, everything is going up and up and up, right? But, and as are the utilities, but in many cases, people's income aren't going up. So again, I'm not here to push any decision. So again, I have to loop here, right? Because we're on the tangent about the fact that he doesn't want to sit down. He doesn't want to look at numbers. He already did that, right? But if I don't continue to ask questions, to make it a conversation, to get him talking and building pain, it's not going to go anywhere. Again, it's a long shot, but my job is just to do my job. So I can pop by, take about 10 minutes to show you how this program works.
I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a question for my own information on other folks who've been out here. Did he talk about a battery or no?
A battery? Mm-hmm. No.
Okay. That kind of makes sense. So was he just basically saying, I'll lower your bill?
The wolf of solar hops in here, right? Which I appreciate because this was a real learning moment for me. If you really listen to his tonality, right? He exhales, he's talking very calmly, and he's very curious. And again, by asking questions and probing and posturing yourself as a professional is going to allow that person just to give you a little bit more time.
All that would happen is you replace your $150 a month with a slightly lower one, and then you don't have to count on luck to never have a power outage again. It just basically takes care of you all the time. Would you guys be opposed to at least getting the numbers on that?
I'm not, just like I said, I'm really not even gonna go.
You were just nice enough to stand with us outside for an extended period of time.
Really, I just
Exactly, right? Now, masterful question at the end, right? That's like, hey, I'm the line in the sand, where are we going? Are you guys opposed to that? And the guy, you can feel his frustration, right? He's not opposed to it, but he's just too much in his crock brain and not wanting change, right? So Carlos it's okay to call things out the way you see them, right? He's like, you're not opposed to, you're just nice enough to stand out here for 20 minutes, right? So like I said, it's not a deal. Our job is to do our job.
Yeah.
Joe, Mr. Retired Joe, you have a wonderful day. And then we won't take up too much more of your time, okay, Joe?
Thank you so very
all
much.
Right,
thank you. Take care, Joe.
Pitch is smooth, all good, but like he was giving a lot of no's. So that's why we can get into the question master. Did he mention to you this? What about that? Okay, I totally get it. I get where you're coming from, right? And then we just try to lean into a slightly different place. But the main thing is just like, relax.
All right. Hey there, boss. How you doing? Glad I caught you because I think we missed you yesterday. You guys the property owners here?
Yes.
How you doing? I'm Jose. This is Carlos, Garrett. So here I use another line that I've been working on when I knock on the door, which is saying like, hey, I'm glad I caught you because I think I missed you last time, right? So I want to get him off of what he was doing before he opened the door and get him thinking about what's this about? What do you mean you missed me?
It's the solar thing?
It's a little bit different. Let me actually, during Milton, did you guys lose power? No, you're all right. Yeah, so you're one of the lucky ones because a few streets over, people were kind of like out. Again, he comes out immediately and starts asking me is solar, right? Now, I did say it's a little bit different, but I break his frame by asking questions. Whoever asks questions controls the frame. So when people are trying to interrupt, if you just acquiesce and answer their questions and don't take control of the frame, you've lowered your status, you've lowered your posture, and it's seconds before you're off that door.
We didn't even go down.
Okay, have you had a lot of people knock your door for solar? I take it, yeah? That's what makes my job hard as a professional. I got to follow all the rookies. What I'm doing is a little bit different. We've been Alex. So you can steal that line. That's one of my signature lines. That's what makes my job hard as a professional. I have to follow all of the rookies. What I'm doing is completely different, right? Sometimes you need to tell people who you are, right? So they can start to see you in that light. So I just call it out. I'm a professional. You've been dealing with rookies. Let's have this conversation. The program that we're doing allows homeowners to possibly get battery backup. Like I said, we don't know if it would make sense for you guys. So all we do is come by and show you what the program looks like. If it makes sense, great. If not, it's perfectly fine. Do you do your billing online? You still get paper statements? Yep. If you forget where you are in your pitch, ask for the bill. Get on the straight line, get that bill, and make that appointment sticky. Paper statements?
Yep. Well, we get it online, but they send it to us.
They send it to you anyway?
I don't know how many times I'm stop sending it. They still send it.
All right, so my job is real simple. I just got to do two things. Have you seen this on your statement?
I feel like we have, yeah.
All right, so all I do is take a picture of that, send it to our engineers. They finalize the design.
I've had at least 16, 17 people in the past 2 months swing.
Yeah, no.
I was talking to the first couple of them. I'm like, I'm good.
You're worn out. You're worn out. Did you ever sit down with them, look at numbers or anything like that?
I sat down with them in the very beginning, and I'm just like, I don't need.
So he said he's met with 16, 17 people, right? So I have to label what he's feeling and let him know that I understand. So I said, oh, you're worn out, right? People only get into rapport with you when they feel understood, okay? So I have to keep repeating what he's expressing, the feeling and the emotion that he's expressing, so that he knows that I'm actively listening to him.
Do you have a card? Like I said, I'm honestly not interested, but if it ever comes up, I'd be glad to give you a card.
Fair. So unfortunately, the program that we're doing, funds are about to run out. So, again, like it's just the hardest part of my job is timing. Okay, when people give you the classic, do you have a card? That's a polite way of saying, get off of my door, don't call me, I'll call you. This guy is never gonna call me, right? So I let him know, listen, I do, but the program I'm doing, the funds are almost done. I don't want to create the illusion that we're going to have a conversation, that there's going to be another meeting. This is the meeting about the meeting. So just one quick question, then I'm out of here. If I brought you the report, would you and your wife look at it, or you wouldn't be open to it?
Probably not.
All right, fair enough. All right, that's the line in the sand. One quick question, and I'm out of here. If I brought you the report, would you guys be open to look at it or not? Probably not. It's not a deal. He was a total gentleman. My job is to do my job and keep pushing, but it comes a point where it's not a deal. You just have to call it and keep on going. All right, so thank you for watching. I hope you learned a lot. I know I did. Comment down below and let me know some things you think I did wrong or some areas of improvement. Also, make sure to like and subscribe and click one of these two videos here. YouTube thinks you're gonna like it a lot. Peace.